12.
Module 1, Week 2, and it's gap analysis.
Okay, gap analysis.
So finding new market opportunities is often really challenging, and frequently you'll want to triangulate data from multiple different sources. You'll want to look at data from your affinity analysis and the study that you performed, but you'll also want to go out and look at other sources of information. You might want to look through the applications that are currently on the market in your domain of interest. And you'll also want to look at the rich research literature in the CHI community, Mobile HCI, and Ubicomp to see what other researchers have tried before and what they've learned about user behavior in your domain of interest. And often the success of an idea is in the details. So really knowing what others have tried and where they've succeeded, but also where they've failed, is extremely important. Maybe just the way that a certain flow and a certain interaction works can make the difference between an application that gets millions of people every day and something that no one really returns to because it might be a little difficult to do the key action that they might want to take. Or maybe that application just left out one action that would really be key to perform. So as an example, we can look at StoryPlace, the system that we talked about in the first module. So when we were designing StoryPlace, we started with some previous literature that we saw. There was work at MIT on location-based gaming, where you'd have to go to a particular place to interact with certain information in a game. And we also saw work from Glasgow on a game that they employed in a large public park, where you interacted with others as you went about this park virtually, but you're physically also running around the park. And I had been a part of creating the zone tag system at Yahoo in collaboration with Motorola, and that was a first publicly available way to geotag photos from a mobile phone and to view other people's photos that they had taken nearby. So we really started thinking a lot about what did it mean for content to be at a place, and what did it mean to be able to explore that content in the same place where it was captured. Also, we had done some work on notifications and how notifications could drive people into an application. And we had studied work that others had done on notifications and sort of best practices to drive people into content-based experiences with notifications. And then we combined all of that with data from our initial field study, where we talked to grandparents and parents and looked at how they communicated with their grandchildren over a distance, the tools that they used, what was important to them in that communication, and how they maintained their relationship over a distance. And we had overall themes that came out of that, but we also had specific anecdotes that inspired us. For example, the girl that got inspired by the story that her mom had left for her about where her grandma used to dance. And we'll start at the example StoryPlace, because I actually screwed up the story.